Long shot through the car. Score! Comet score win. It's a big one for the Kings.
91, Colin Chaulk, Toronto, Ontario, captain.
As far as this year goes, having Butler, who was also a captain, wasn't he, in Arizona?
Yeah.
And then Smitty, who's a
And
captain.
yeah.
And then you, and then we got, Kaylee being an assistant for a couple of years now.
Kelly was an assistant, a captain at Newman.
Can you feel this, can you feel the leadership? I'm trying to think how to verbalize this.
Yeah.
All the leadership in the room, can you see the effect it's having on the team? And on practice maybe, or?
Yeah, I think.
Like, are guys filling their roles, or are guys stepping back, kind of let other people take care of leadership roles?
Yeah, I think it was Justin Colin asked me, is there too many captains or too many leaders? And you never can have enough. I think it was early in the UHL years, and like the early 2002, 2003. We had a lot of great leaders. Troy Newmeyer, Bobby Stewart, Sean Van Dam, these guys. I was a captain, but if everyone's a bunch of jerks and all they care about is whatever extracurricular activities, they're not going to listen to me. I don't care who I am. It doesn't matter if Mario Lemieux, Wayne Gretzky, Sidney Crosby. If they're not good people, so it's like you're only as good as the people around you. Once you establish good people, you can make them better. You can build confidence in them. You can get them to buy in and do what you want them to do on behalf of the team. All those sorts of things. So I don't know if guys are stepping back. I think you just need to be yourself. If something needs to be said, you just say it from the heart. If you don't want to hear it, well, too bad for you. Deal with it. Don't go over after and say after saying something what you meant from speak from the heart and be like the next day, hey sorry I felt I had to say just it takes the sting off. You gotta sting them sometimes.
Right.
I need to be stung too sometimes too. Yeah. I think. Maybe it's not. Maybe it could rub people the wrong way. Maybe the confidence is not a good thing. Maybe it's going to make other people feel uncomfortable. But
Sure.
Right?
Do you recognize, as far as maybe different leadership skills, as far as for instance, from what I've observed, I've known you long enough and have been around long enough. You're more of a vocal, Yeah. You also work hard. That's how you kind of express your leadership.
Right.
You tell them and then you do it.
Right.
Butler, I haven't necessarily heard as much, but on the ice, he's the first guy to jump in when somebody's getting cheap shotted, and I feel like that's a good way he expressed his leadership, is that I've got your back. This is how quick I am to defend you.
Yeah.
Same with Schrocky, kinda, and then Smitty's a lot of the same way, but he's also kind of vocal as well.
Yeah, I would say it's a good analysis. Yeah, you've been around to be able to see that. And I would say that I remember Tyler said to me when he first came in, he's like, hey, I actually feel I feel at peace or at ease. I'm just going to come in and just worry about my own game right now. And I appreciated that because when I went to Italy the first time, I think it was in 2006 or 7, I was, went in, a bunch of Italian guys. The captain had been there for 22 years or something like that. He was like Mr. Alleghe, who was the town we played in. Wonderful person, man, etc. And, so it doesn't, just because you have a stupid letter on your shirt, really what it is it gives you power to speak to the referee. If the ref is being an ornery, he can say to you, if you don't have a C or an A on your shirt, get out of here. For the most part, if you go up and present yourself in a professional manner, they're gonna speak to you, unless you're holding the game up. So that's really what all it is. Like, you need to be who you are. There's lots of captains I've been on teams. He wasn't a captain. He wasn't a leader. He was giving it to it because the owner liked him, maybe, I don't know, or he scored the most goals. Earlier in my career, I was on lots of teams where you couldn't dare say anything to the guy who scored a lot of goals. Be like, who are you? Turn around. What's your number? How many points you have? You think that guy's gonna go in for and fight for you when you get hit from behind? Probably not.
Right.
He's probably, or he may, but he's not gonna like doing it.
Right.
He may do it because he knows it's part of his job, and he believes that in this moment I should do the right thing, or he should do the right thing. But probably not gonna like doing it.
Right.
So, and again, that's my view. maybe it's not the right way, but that's what I believe, and
It's worked
Yeah.
decently so far.
yeah, I would say yeah, it's worked a little bit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you think being the captain and being captain for as many years as you've been is helping you to move up to, is it helping you hone your skills for when you hopefully get to become a coach someday?
I think so. Yeah, I think probably early on, when I was younger and stuff. I mean, you don't really put too much thought into it, but then once I realized that I want to stay in hockey, I want to coach, then you start to maybe look at things from the coach's side, whereas when you're a player, you're thinking about your things and your needs and that kind of stuff. Whereas when you're a coach, you got 20 people's needs, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you kind of sort of try to see it from that perspective, and learning when you're relaying something on a team, to relay a message to the team. How do you say it really drawn out? Do you say it short? How many times do you repeat it? When do you repeat it? When do you say it? In the morning skate, before the warm up, after the warm up, before the meet. I mean, it's you start to, So yes, I think so. But you just kind of, learn about what works, and then what works with one team doesn't work with another. It's just, So yes, I mean, so it's what it's what I want to do, and I'm just trying to have the attitude, I guess, that I don't know everything. Most coaches that have that attitude usually aren't liked, and usually people aren't going to work for them. It's no different than boss, teacher, advisor, or whatever.
Right.
I mean.